What's going on, guys? NoSlack Racing back with another episode of Motorsport Manager, and we're finally back. Now, for those of you that haven't been following me on Twitter or in the Discord server, my computer actually broke. I went ahead and I upgraded the CPU, got one of the better ones out there at the moment, and while I was doing that, the computer actually ended up breaking. I had to go take it in for repairs. Didn't take too long, took about 2 days, but overall the computer was down about 3, so that's why the videos have been pretty non-existent the last few days. So I apologize about that, but things should be back to normal. And I'm pretty excited to tell you too, Motorsport Manager saw a pretty hefty update. There's a lot of things that they've updated. They've added new DLC for like expanded races where you can do like 6-hour races now. That's crazy. I might check that out. But they've also added a lot of stuff to like the base game. Now you can kind of see right here smack dab in the middle of the screen, there's a new little section called Pit Crew and Manage Pit Crew. If we go to that, it'll actually show you, let me turn this off real quick. We're going to turn that off, confirm. We actually have a legitimate pit crew now. When I say legitimate pit crew, I mean we have, what's this, like 8 people? 8 people in our pit crew who are responsible for things like tires, the rear jack, tires again, tires and fixing, the front jack, and then tires and fixing again. So you want to hire a good pit crew that's excellent at doing all of this stuff, right? So the thing I'm just kind of now realizing is that we only have the one pit crew, which makes sense. We have the 2 teams, or not really 2 teams, we have the 2 drivers and the 2 mechanics. For each driver, or 1 mechanic for each driver, giving us a total of 2. But when we pit, we can only really fix 1 car at a time. So we have the 1 pit crew here. We have it assigned. I've already kind of gone through this. We do have it assigned the best way possible. For example, let's go right here with the front jack. We can come over here. This is our entire team, front jack. Clearly the best person is 14 here, Antwi Agye. We have him doing the front jack, so that's good. Tires, we probably want Romanzi on there. Actually, we have him in the rear jack because he's a 12 on the rear jack. So we have him there because he's one of the better ones. Melendez here we have on tires and fixing because it is going to be super important. Once he gets done doing any kind of tires or anything like that, any fixing that needs to be done, he's going to be able to do that. Fixing is of the utmost importance. So we've got a few people at 13 there. Refueling, we have somebody that's 15 here. This is a pretty cool little feature, but you know, it could get overwhelming, I would think. So what I selected, we can actually come over here and we can have it be auto managed, and I'm gonna have Ellen auto manage it because these 2 little categories here have a major impact on how well the pit crew is managed. Carlos here, his concentration is not so good. His pit stops are better, but his concentration is not so good. Overall, Ellen is much better. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to go with that. We're going to select Ellen. Ellen is now auto-managing our pit crew. And they also get tired too. You can see the stamina bars over here, 100 out of 100. The more tired they get, the likelier they are of making a major mistake. So we have 2 extra crew members here that can be kind of swapped out if one gets a little too tired. Now, let's check out the standings. We do have 2 races left this season. Only 2. We are currently in first place, but first let's check out the drivers' standings. Laura Ingledew is in first place, 171 points on the season. She's ahead of Yusuchev by quite a bit, 22 points, I want to say that is. And then we have Jamie in third. He's only 8 points behind Yusuchev, so he does have a decent chance of catching up. But overall, the most important stat, overall, we are in first place. We have 312 points. We are a good 30 points ahead of Kruger Motorsport. With 2 races to go, I'm really hoping that we don't give it up. If we somehow give up first place, I'm going to be quite disappointed. Anyways, that being said, let's check out our car real quick before we jump into the race. We are solely focusing on reliability for the remainder of the season. As we can see, our top 2 brakes are done, top 2 engines, top 2 gearboxes, rear wings, suspensions, and front wings obviously can't be improved, so those have been done for quite some time. So all of our major parts are top performance, you know, they just can't get any better. So right now we're just going to focus on the reliability. And I really don't think that we're going to design another part. I mean, there's a small chance that we might. We have $4.5 million. Last race, we lost 1.8. So as of right now, it's looking like for the next 2 races, there's a potential of losing 3.6. So if we lose 3.6, or 3.7 actually, because of the $57,000 right there. If we lose 3.7, it's going to only leave us with a little bit over $800,000. So I don't want to really jeopardize building a part and being in the red. Anyways, that being said, you know what, let's check out sponsorships too. 1 race, 3 race, 10. So after this race, we'll actually have another sponsor position open up. Big Dough right there, big sponsor. Biggest sponsor we've got. Alright guys, let's go ahead and simulate. There's also new interview questions. There's a lot of stuff. I just read through all the patch notes or the update notes or whatever you want to call it, and there's a lot of stuff that they've added to the game, added or fixed in the game. So I'm pretty curious to see how that works, you know, here for the last 2 races of the season. Now we are most likely going to be moving up into the Asia Pacific Super Cup, and that being said, we might be starting a new series. Again, I'm not 100% decided on that, but there's a very good chance that we will indeed be starting a new series. Let's work on these 4 parts here. Those are going to get to 100% here very, very shortly. Pretty much the day after the race, and then we can focus on the rear wings after that. So yeah, we might move into the Asia Pacific Super Cup, and we might move into a new series of Motorsport Manager. Still going to play Motorsport Manager, just going to be a new one. We are going to go with first place, Ishikawa, sponsor, malt whiskey. We're going to go with that. Now let's check out the part fitting real quick. I just want to make sure that we have everything exactly how we want it. We're using the 2 best brakes, that's excellent. We're using the 2 best engines, that's also excellent. Good on the front wing. Gearboxes, yes, looking good there. Rear wings and suspensions, all good. Good. Our cars are exactly how we want them. Now this is going to be what, Black Sea Track A. Cool, we have to remember that, Black Sea Track A. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the practice session like I always do. And you know what, another interesting thing that they actually added was we've had like 1 times, 2 times, and 3 times speed. They added in, and this is kind of curious, they actually added in a 12 times speed option. So we'll probably use that a little bit. We'll kind of see how that works. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do this practice session, try to get us the best car setup that we could possibly get. And I will see you guys right before the second to last race of the season. Okay, our practice session was pretty decent. We finished in 2nd and 6th overall, and you know what, the 12 times speed is pretty crazy. It's a little too fast. I don't think we'll be using it too much. I might show it to you guys here and there, but overall it is quite difficult to kind of keep track of everything when the game is going that fast. Now luckily, both the practice time and the actual race, it looks like it's going to be raining. So we're probably going to be wanting to use the intermediate tires throughout the first probably 12 laps, maybe even more. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how the teams approach this, because the 2nd and 3rd lap of the race, it looks like it's not going to be raining. So it's going to be interesting to see if maybe people start off on the mediums or whatnot. But if we come over here, race trim level 3, and then we also use the intermediate tires. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick with those. We'll do essentially the same thing over here. Race trim level 3, intermediate level 3 tires. Beautiful. Now let's check out our car setup. We did do pretty dang well. Look at that, 100%. 100. We are going to definitely use that setup. We're going to save this, and this is going to be Laura's setup. And we are going to put down a whopping 100. I think that might be the first 100 that we've actually gotten in this series. Now, we are going to use the intermediate tires. I know it's suggesting the softs, but I really don't want to have to pit after 4 laps. It is going to be just a little bit wet. Just a little bit. Plus we have the boost on the intermediates, so that's what we're going to go with. It's going to be a 26 lap race, so we have all 26 laps worth of fuel in there. Excellent there. Let's go ahead and check out Jamie's setup now. We were kind of messing with it. Looks like we just went in the wrong direction as far as the downforce, because we started off good. We adjusted it, it stayed at good, then we adjusted it just a little bit more, and it went right back to being okay. So I'm thinking, why don't we adjust it the other direction? That'll actually probably get us a little bit better of a score. Now, as you can see, we were good right about here, and we chose to go this way. So now, you know what, we're going to go this way. So that's going to improve that. Now we just need to make sure we get the handling and the speed balance back to where it needs to be in terms of being excellent. So let's do something like that. That's going to be perfect. And then, yeah, our downforce is still over to the right a little bit, so his setup is going to be pretty solid. But, you know what, just to be safe, let's actually go ahead, let's save this setup because it is the highest setup that he currently has. So we will do something along the lines of Jamie 93, because his previous setup was only 89. So it's still better. Even though we're not using it, it's still better. Tire choice, we are going to go with the intermediates. Fuel option 26. And driver strategy, let's set this up. We are going to go all out. You know what, we can actually do this apparently. Okay, apparently we can't do this here, but there are short keys, or quick keys, or whatever you want to call them, where we can actually do this using the keyboard. So we're going to check that out. We also did a little bit of weight stripping. Pretty much even weight stripping for both cars. So we've got a nice 120 performance gained for both racers. So, you have selected tires which don't suit the current weather conditions. Are you sure? No, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Well, let's check something out real quick. Car setup. Change setup. Tires. How long are these going to go? 13 to 15. You know what? If we use these, though, we are probably only going to have to do one pit stop towards the middle of the race. So you know what? I think we are going to do that. We're going to lose some time on the first few laps, but overall we're only going to have to do the one pit stop for each driver. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to take that chance. Anyways, this is interesting. I mean, we're in first place overall. We want to maintain that. So hopefully we can beat out Kruger. And they're two pesky drivers. And we can maintain first. I don't even want to just maintain first. I want to like increase our lead on first. That way we could pretty much have both drivers retire in the second race, in the last race of the season, and still finish in first. Now, we are in 18th and 20th at the moment. Not the best, not ideal. But you know what, hey, it's just the beginning of the race. We are probably going to do much better as the race progresses. At least that is the hope. And of course, we're the only team starting off on intermediate tires. So that right there lets me know we probably made a little bit of a mistake. Although, there is water on the track. So, and then look at that, fastest lap, Laura, already, 13th, beautiful. Let's go ahead, let's put this back down to medium, and you know what, we can actually test this out. If we do shift R, no, wrong one, T, bam, no, there we go, okay, it's working. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I actually controlled this setting over here with just the keyboard, so that's pretty cool that you can do that. Don't have to continue clicking and all that stuff in there. Let's speed up the time just a little bit. Laura's in 9th now, that's good. Jamie's in 15th. Not bad. What we really want to do is we want to beat Yusuchev and Santore. Luckily, they're both behind Laura right now. Yusuchev is in 14th, Santore is in 16th. So we're doing pretty good. As of right now, if the race were to end, we would beat them in points. 9th and 16th still. Let's go ahead and speed up just a little bit more. And you know what, real quick guys, I'm going to show you that. This is the 12 times speed right there. That's the 12 times speed. So as you can see, that's pretty crazy. It's a little too fast for us. Anyways, it looks like we need to bump up the tire temperatures. And yes, I'm just doing it this way just because that's what I'm so familiar with. So tire temperatures need to go up a little bit. We're looking okay on fuel. We're going to be more than okay with that once it comes, you know, maybe 10 laps before the end of the race. We'll be fine. Now, Yusuchev did some major jumping up. Yusuchev is now in 6th. When we went to 12 times speed, Laura messed something up. She's now in 15th. Holy smokes. Laura's in 15th. Jamie's in 18th. We are in lap 6. Let's kind of babysit this weather a little bit. It's going to continue raining for pretty much, looks like, the rest of the race, at least until about 3/4 of the way we're done with the race. So I'm glad we're on these intermediate tires. We should, let's see, 8th and 13th now. Excellent. Good, good, good. We're moving up. Now that it's raining, it's actually helping us quite a bit. Seventh and 8th now. That's solid, solid. Yusuchev is in between our two racers. And then Santoro is in 13th. So, I think we're looking pretty decent. Pretty decent. Let's go ahead. Oh, wow, look at that. 2nd and 4th now. That's pretty sweet. Unfortunately, our tires were supposed to make it about 13 or 14 laps. And right now, it's looking like they're not even going to make it 10. So that's pretty disappointing. What we're going to want to do, let's go ahead and pit Jamie. We'll pit Jamie. We'll give him some more intermediate tires. And then let's see. Park condition is looking solid. The rear wing is a little iffy, but I think we'll be fine there. Pit strategy, we're going to go with fast. Only 18 risk. Nice. I like that. So we'll go ahead. We'll have Jamie pit. After he gets in there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to assign Laura to be the pit next. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this in the video, but the screen seems to be doing some sort of weird, I don't know, something weird. Oh, nice. You know what? I like that screen. I didn't really get to look at it too much, but I liked it. Let's go ahead and assign Laura to come in here. We're going to give her another set of intermediates. Her parts are looking better. And then again, we're going to do the fast pit stop there. Yeah, see, look at this. I like this. Jamie, 8th place. Fine. Tells you kind of where he is. Front left, front right, rear right, all done. Beautiful. Pit stop was 3.8 seconds. Exit, he lost 6 positions. Oh, I really like that it tells you this now. I really like that. Let's go ahead. Come back in here. Laura's going to be coming in to pit here any second now. We can actually put this down in neutral. And I think we're going to put this down to neutral as well. Speed up time just a little bit. And then hopefully Laura has an excellent pit stop. She does have a nice 15.9 second lead. Look at that. Beautiful pit stop, Laura. Get out of there. Get out of there, Laura. Okay, so she lost 2 positions. She lost 2 positions, but look at that. Look how quickly she gained them. She's now in 2nd, and she's about to take over for 1st, and beautiful. Laura is back in 1st. Absolutely awesome. Now, Santoro's in 8th. And, wow, Yusuchev fell all the way down to 15th. So, if we can maintain this, we are going to solidify. We are going to solidify NoSlack Racing finishing in 1st in the team standings for the year, which would be absolutely freaking awesome. Now, there is plenty of water on the track, so the intermediate tires are solid. They're a good choice. We're probably going to have to do one more pit stop, and as a matter of fact, I'm thinking right around lap 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right around lap 17, we're probably going to want to switch our drivers to just the regular soft tires too, which I think is going to work out pretty well, because Jamie's at 77% and Laura's at 84%. So yeah, that'll work out pretty well for us. I'm hesitant to go into 12 times speed just because the last time we did that, Laura lost like 8 positions, like in half a second pretty much. So I really don't want to do that. Plus it'll just make the videos that much faster, and you guys enjoy the longer videos. A lot of you do, at least. Now, like I was saying before, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but it looks to me, at least on my screen, that the monitor is doing some funky, weird stuff. I don't think you guys can see it on the recording, but I don't know, I just don't like it. Might have to upgrade to a new monitor eventually. Anyways, so we have a yellow flag. That's gone now. Crystal Johnson's crashed, so that's 2 people out. And Santoro is in 18th now. Holy smokes. Yusuchev is in 9th. Our drivers are in 1st and 2nd, so that's absolutely awesome. That's fantastic. That works out beautifully for us. Let's check out the rain here. About 2 more laps worth of rain and about 3 more laps worth of intermediate tire situations. Now, Laura does have a 7.5 second lead on Jamie, and then she's got an 11.5 second lead on the 3rd place driver, de la Vaina. But we are going to have to pit. And it looks like pretty much everybody else is going to have to pit as well, because there are 9 or 10 laps left in the race, and everybody's using the intermediate tires, so I think everybody except for Rogers is going to have to pit again. So doing this pit stop shouldn't hurt us at all. Shouldn't hurt us at all. Now, Laura does have a nice almost 20-second lead on the third place driver, so that's excellent there. Jamie's in at 41% with his tires, and Laura's at 50, and the water on the track is starting to go down, so I'm thinking, let's see, there's about 7 laps left. Now let's slow down. If we do a pit stop, how long are these softs gonna last? 8 to 10 laps. Let's go ahead and do it. Jamie, we're gonna switch him to the softs. Park condition is looking okay. The rear wing is a little iffy, but I think we'll make it. Pit strategy fast. Let's go ahead and do it. So Jamie's gonna go in and pit pretty soon. Then after he goes in, we'll have Laura go in and do the same. Okay. Mistake on the rear right tire. Didn't cost us too much. No, you're gonna come in. You're gonna come in. Don't worry. We're going to put you on the softs. Park condition is looking okay. Rear wing is a little iffy as well. Pit strategy, we're going to keep doing the fast pit stop. We're going to be good. We're going to be good. Yeah, so Jamie's pit stop wasn't bad. I mean, yeah, messed up the tires a little bit, but it wasn't that big of a mistake. Of course, we would rather not have that mistake, but hey. And then Laura's went pretty smooth. Not bad at all. Not bad. 0 mistakes. Pit ranking 8th. Okay. 8th fastest, I'm assuming. Now, let's see. Jamie's already back in 2nd, so we are 1st and 2nd still. That's excellent. Laura has a huge lead. Safety car is out. Should we pit? No, we're going to ignore that. No, we're going to ignore the safety car. So that's going to allow them to catch up to us. So that is not cool. Not cool at all. But there's really nothing we can do about that now, is there? Let's go ahead. With the safety car out there, we're going to go down to backup and low. And then let's go do the 12 times speed real quick. That's going to allow them to catch up to us, right? Yeah, Jamie is already caught up, and the rest of the field is catching up too. That really, really is unfortunate, because we had a huge lead. Oh man, we had a huge lead, and now that is pretty much gone. Alright, fine. We're going to bump this up. Let's go to neutral and medium over here. I know we still have a little bit less than a full lap to go with the safety car, but we're going to heat their tires up right now. So Laura's still in 1st. Jamie's in 2nd. Unfortunately, the rest of the field, yeah, they definitely caught up. So that came at a pretty bad time. That came at a really bad time. Hopefully, though, I mean, we're good on tires. We're good on fuel. I don't see a reason why we can't just maintain our 1st and 2nd position here. What we can even do is we can actually bump these guys up to push. Let's do push and high for both. It's going to heat up their tires a little bit faster. And it's also going to use up our fuel a little bit faster. But you know what? We have plenty of excess fuel right now, so I'm not worried about that whatsoever. A couple of your parts are looking a bit rough. Okay, we do want to kind of babysit them, so we're going to go down to medium for Laura. We just don't want to have those parts kind of take a dump on us and end up costing us the race. But we are 1st and 2nd, so that's excellent. If we can maintain 1st and 2nd, I'm going to be very, very, very excited. Only one other time in NoSlack Racing's history have we had our drivers finish 1st and 2nd. So that's absolutely awesome. We are looking good. Laura's got a nice little 2-second lead on the 3rd place driver. Jamie's got the 1-second lead, about 1.5. All we have to do is maintain, guys. That's all we have to do. And it looks like we are indeed going to finish 1st and 2nd. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, indeed. 1st and 2nd for NoSlack Racing. We pretty much just guaranteed ourselves 1st place in the team standings. Now, Yusujev ended up finishing in 4th. So he's not going to obviously gain any points on us. Santori, I wasn't able to see where he finished. But you know what? Overall, I think NoSlack Racing did very, very, very well. Starting off on those intermediate tires actually did exactly what we wanted to do. for us. So that was pretty awesome. The game kind of warned me, like, hey, are you sure you want to start off on these tires? But you know what? That was absolutely the right call. Now, let's check this out here. So, yeah, first and second. Yusuchev ended up finishing in 4th, and Santore finished 9th. So, they ended up getting, let's see, 17 and 12. Okay. So, they got 29 points out of that. We, however, got 41 points. Holy smokes. Yeah, so we're definitely, that's beautiful right there. That is beautiful, especially because neither Kruger or Zampelli finished in 3rd, so that's extra beautiful right there. Now, let's see. In the Drivers' Championship standings, Laura increased her lead. She is now 27 points ahead of Yusuchev. Excellent. And then Jamie caught up a little bit as well. Jamie is now only 6 points behind Yusuchev. So not bad. Not bad. We have a 42-point lead. There is no way, I think, that we can actually finish out of 1st place. Even if both of our drivers retire and finish 19th and 20th, I'm pretty sure we're still going to beat Kruger Motorsport regardless of how they finish. So that right there is absolutely awesome. Really, really, really excited to see that. Now, we're going to do this post-race team report, see how the drivers are progressing, which I think is another thing that they kind of changed in the updates. They made it so that drivers progress a little bit faster. I want to say, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's a thing. Let's check this out. Oh, the driver's form. Yeah, that's a thing. So I'm not exactly 100% sure. Obviously, the higher the form, the better they drive. If their form goes down, they don't perform as well on the track. That's pretty obvious, right? But then once the race is over, between races, they kind of regain their form. So that's excellent. Both of our drivers are progressing, though. Laura is at the 3 stars, working on her 4th. And then Jamie is almost at 3 full stars, but then he only has a little bit of that 4th star potential, right? However, morale is excellent for both drivers. They are both progressing, so that's good to see there. We do have the best drivers in the European Racing Series. We did that on purpose, right? Happiness went up 2%, good. Marketability is now at 75%. That's excellent. Now, we did lose $753,000, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's going to leave us with enough money to build a new part. However, I'm thinking with us advancing to the Asia Pacific Super Cup next season, I don't think we really want to mess with parts because we're not going to be able to bring them over. At least that's my understanding of it. Now, the last race of the season is going to be Event 11 in Beijing. Looks like an interesting track there. That is in 24 days. Let's go ahead and simulate just a little bit. We're going to do this interview, accept the interview. Your 2 drivers were fighting away at the front there. Any thoughts about giving a team orders? No, never. Team orders are cowardly. I want my drivers to race. I like that answer. I thought about it, but it makes for better TV when they're racing. I regret not doing it. We could have saved a few heart attacks. No, that's definitely not what we want to go with. I thought about it, but it makes better TV ratings. You know what? That might increase the marketability. This, you know what, I could see both of these increasing the marketability. You know what, I'm going to say team orders are cowardly. I want them to race. Okay, thanks. And they didn't give us any kind of a bonus or anything. So that's kind of interesting there. Okay. Car repairs are complete, so let's check this out. Sponsor offer, that's good too. The only thing that we really need to improve on is the reliability of the rear wing. So yeah, we're going to focus 100% on that, and that's going to be done here in about 8 days. So well ahead of the next race. And then that's the last thing that we need to improve on. So that's excellent there. Let's check out the sponsorship opportunities that we have. Only 2. A 3-star and a 2-star. Now, you know what? I'm not going to accept either one of those yet. I want to wait on that other option because it's probably going to be a 4-star option. Because we do have the 4-star sponsor appeal now. Now, I'm thinking we probably got it by now. We did. Good, good, good. Slot 1, what do we have? Oh no, we don't have a 4-star offer? That's kind of bad. I mean, we have the 4-star appeal. Interesting. Not sure at all. Laura Ingledew's marketability here is huge. Jamie's went up a little bit. Team marketability is really solid. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get that 4-star sponsor. Anyways, let's check this out. So we can get 400,000 400,000 per race, 4 races. So that's going to add up to what, 1.6 mil? 1.6 million for 4 races, plus we get a home race bonus if it's in Japan, which I don't think we have any races in Japan. And then Golden Tiger, 900,000 up front, 200 per race. 6 races, 300 grand, 250 per. You know what? I think we're going to end up going with Nippon over here. Let's accept that one. And we should be good. Guys, that is going to be it for this episode of Motorsport Manager. We finished in first and second, absolutely huge. I think that pretty much sealed us finishing in first for the season. You'll have to check out the next episode to know for sure. But it looks like we are, without a doubt, going to be moving up into the Asia Pacific Super Cup next season, be it with this team or with a brand new NoSlack Racing team. Anyways, stay tuned for that. The final episode of the season should be out here in the next day or two. And hopefully I'll see you guys on that video. If you guys like this video, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys on the next video. Until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.